G'day y'all. I am back. I'm feeling somewhat refreshed. I feel like since we moved 3 weeks ago, I've been sick and then got an infection and then got sick again. And I'm still even got some residual schmutz in there. I'm feeling a lot better and I feel like my schnoz is able to smell properly now. So here we are. So today we're doing something a little bit different. We're talking about Middle Eastern dupes. Never talked about those before. Well, some of these will be unisex. I've got some feminine scents in there. I've got some masculine scents in there. And one that even very much surprised me. We'll just start with the very first one. This is one I was keen to get my hands on. Club de Nuit Milestone. Now, this is an alleged dupe of Millesime Imperiale by Creed. Is it Imperial? I think just Imperial. So for this one, I actually did something that I've been trying to do more often, and I actually bought it secondhand. Listen, if you've got a collection like I do, you don't need to be buying full new bottles of stuff, especially if someone's willing to part with this for less than half of the price than buying a new bottle and they've only used a little bit, more than happy. And it's already well matured. It's been opened, macerated, as some people might say. So love that. Millesime. It was Millesime Imperial. Why is it just Imperial, not Imperial? Whatever. I'm not trying to be hoity-toity, okay? I don't speak French, all right? I failed French both semesters I took it in high school, so I'm not even gonna try. For the original Creed version, you've got bergamot, blackcurrant, and violet leaves in the top. In the heart, you've got orris and salty marine accord. Love a good orris, love good chunky earthy orris. And in the base, you've got cedarwood, musk, and sandalwood. So here's the thing, guys. I smelled this version. I smelled the Armaf version before smelling the original. In fact, I haven't smelled the original. I've been waiting. So while I could not keep my hands off of Armaf's version, I hadn't actually sprayed Creed's version, so... Okay. I can already say, I know that these are both technically unisex. The cedar is very crisp, it's very fresh, it's very green. It goes perfectly with that salty seawater smell. It is, to me, leans more masculine, more traditionally masculine. But I smelled Armaf's version, y'all. Okay, I'm trying to keep it fair and do a similar spray. I feel like Armaf's version is more truly unisex. I feel like Creed's does lean a little bit more masculine. So if you're someone that you don't really gravitate towards those more masculine, like bright, crisp cedars and really strong, salty accords, this is like, to me, this is sweeter. The Club de Nuit Milestone has a sweetness that I feel like Creed's version doesn't have. I feel like it doesn't quite replicate that saltiness. It doesn't get it quite the same. It's maybe a little more dull. It's not as bright and clear on the nose. But you know what? I freaking love this. I have already rocked this, actually. And the lasting power is pretty good. Listen, this bottle has obviously been opened, like I said already. This is actually from 2022. So package date is July 2022. So I got a bottle from quite a while ago. But yeah, I was like, I bought this because like I said, I bought this secondhand. I bought it off Depop. Listen, if you're in Australia and you're wanting to sell fragrances, I might just be creeping on there. You might just be selling to me. Yeah, the Creed version is just, it's just more crisp and clear and a bit louder, but Armaf's version is like still pretty good. It's a little bit sweeter. I find it more truly unisex. Also, the way it dries down is very soft and actually surprisingly feminine. It dries down very linen-like. It's very soft. The musk is like very soft and delicate. Listen, this is going to be one of my go-tos, I think, for a while. Listen, I really like this one. I would say it's probably not a safe blind buy. I mean, unfortunately, the girl I bought it from, she obviously didn't really like it. It wasn't her vibe. Which is a shame because I think it's really good, but maybe not a safe blind buy, especially if you're unsure about like more unisex fragrances. I find that this is a true unisex fragrance. I would love to smell this on a man or woman. I would love to smell this on anyone. I love smelling it on myself. I didn't even mention the notes in Club de Nuit Milestone. You've got vetiver in there. You've got fruit. You do have some red fruits at the top, so that's what's adding that little bit of sweetness. The way it dries down as well, it does have that, I feel like this is very much Armaf's way, is first initial spray, it's kind of pungent and the citrus is a bit, it's kind of a lot. but once it dries down, it gets way better. This is a win. This was, for me, I bought it off Depop for like $20 plus shipping. For Australia, that's like, hell yeah. This was a win for me. I'm so happy I got this. I feel that while it's not a one-to-one, you still get a very enjoyable experience that is similar to Creed's version, perhaps even a little bit more truly unisex, in my opinion. Okay, the next one I have is, this one's mainly for the boys, but anyone who loves Creed Aventus. I recently got a sample of Shaheen Silver. Now this is part of their Lattafa's Pride range. So it's just a 20 ml sample, but that's what the bottle looks like. It's the bud, it's the silver bud. But guys, ladies and gentlemen, forget Club de Nuit. Let me just say, forget Club de Nuit. Just forget it. I don't care if it's the limited edition. I don't care if it's the EDP, Pure Parfum, whatever. I don't care. Get this one. Get this one. I know it's a little bit more expensive if you can fork out the extra cost, because these Lattafa Pride ones are a little bit more than, the Armaf Club de Nuit. Well, depending on which one, actually, depending on which one you're trying to get. If you're trying to get the Pure Parfum or the limited edition, those ones go for a bit more, from at least in Australia. But I shit you not, you guys. I sprayed this on my partner because I was like, oh, I want to test it because I smelled it and I was like, whoa, I'm blown away. This is so good. What is this? And I was like, yeah, of course it's an Aventus clone. It doesn't have that pineapple or apple sweetness. It just has that bergamot at the top, so it's like more of just a citrusy fruitiness, so it's not really a true sweetness. But this sucker lasts. Like, I was blown away by how strongly I could smell this, and granted, I did 2 sprays out of this little sample on him. I did 2 sprays, and he wasn't even in the room. I could smell it. For me, Club de Nuit, Armaf's Club de Nuit, canceled. Not canceled, but like, if I were to pick a dupe out of those and Lattafa's version, the Shaheen Silver, get this one. I think that this one is better. In my opinion, I think it lasts better too. It just was projecting for a lot longer than I remember the Club de Nuit ones lasting. So there you go, boys. Shaheen Silver by Lattafa, their Pride range. If you can get a decant, get your hands on it, but to me, this is a better smelling, I guess, inspiration off of Creed's Aventus. Love this one. Good one. All right, the next one I've got is Fusion Intense by Maison Alhambra. Of course, this is Maison Alhambra's newest bottles of their Tom Ford dupes. Of course, as you may know, they had to reel it in and repackage and rename all of them because they got approached by legal. So this is their new packaging. They do come in 30 ml bottles, which is epic because listen, if you have as many fragrances as I do, or even if you have less, I will never go, as it stands now, if I wasn't decanting, I highly doubt I'd be able to go through all of the fragrances I have. So I really appreciate when they offer these smaller sizes. I don't need 100 mils. 30 is fine. 20 is fine. 10 is fine. As you guys know, I buy 10 ml decants all the time and I'm perfectly happy with that. I don't need to buy full bottles of fragrances. 10 mils is plenty for me. If I go through 10 mils, maybe I'll buy a full bottle because it means I really love it. Anyway, so I think I explained this in my previous Tom Ford dupe video. If you have not watched that, I highly recommend it. I've got 2 other ones that include their newest bottles. I discovered that the newest bottles of these, they're exact same juice as the previous bottles. Okay, so of course for Fusion Intense, formerly known as Fabulo Intense, you've got lavender, sage, bitter almond, vanilla, orris, leather, white wood, tonka bean, cashmere, and amber. Let's just smell her. I think I did already smell this one. As you can see, I've already opened it. Sorry. Oh, it's good. It's good. I like it. I love the lavender. I love how soft the lavender is on my nose. It's actually quite nice. Tom Ford's is bitter. The original from Tom Ford, the fucking Fabulous, it's actually more bitter. I feel like maybe that almond is stronger, where I feel like Fusion Intense is, it's giving more of a soft, stronger lavender facet in the top. It could be also that the cashmere is heavier. It just feels softer. I feel like that tonka bean, that cashmere is very soft. It's a soft leather, and effing Fabulous by Tom Ford it's very bitter, like holy moly bitter. So the only real difference is that it's got more leather. It just seems to be a heavier leather, but to me it comes across more bitter and like dirty and earthy. I feel like that's actually very much Tom Ford, so that kind of lines up. But I think I prefer Maison Alhambra's version. This Fusion Intense, I feel like it's more digestible, maybe, especially for someone who's not super into fragrances. This is definitely a more digestible version of Fucking Fabulous by Tom Ford, to me at least. Ooh, I like this one. Okay. But yeah, I have opened this bottle. It hasn't been opened for very long, but I have sprayed it. This is one that I will reach for because it's pretty cold here. So this is probably one that I would reach for during the cooler months. Might not include it in this month's roundup, maybe next month's. I don't know. I'll see if I can squeeze it in and do a full wear and let you guys know what I think after wearing it for a full day. I prefer Maison Alhambra's version. Just me. You might not. I think it's maybe more digestible for someone who maybe likes more feminine leaning scents. Listen, time and place. Just for me, I'm not vibing with the super bitter at the moment, okay? This one actually blew my tits off of my body. Your Touch for Men by Maison Alhambra. Listen. So I think this is actually meant to be a Stronger With You dupe. I knew that, and I knew that, listen, Stronger With You is very much like hyped fragrance, especially amongst men. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna grab it and I want to see if it's any good. And I managed to get it in a 30 ml bottle. Again, I love that Maison Alhambra Lattafa is starting to do these smaller sizes because I don't need 100 mils, like I said. So in this one, you've got bergamot, freesia in the top. In the heart, you've got jasmine, orchid, rose, and the base, amber and patchouli. There's something in there. It's that amber. That amber in there, y'all, it is sweet. It's incredibly sweet. It's got a little bit of a bite to it, like a little bit of a spiciness, which I'm assuming is the patchouli, but it's like, it's a little bit of a spicy patchouli. You're not getting that like fresh green. It's warm, it's sweet, that very amber heavy. It's got a little bit of a tinge and a bite from the patchouli, but this also, another like crazy performer. This is like, you will smell this person from across the room. I feel like you really don't need a lot with this one. And honestly, now I don't remember the last time I smelled Stronger With You by Giorgio Armani. I feel like when I smelled this, I actually went, oh, that smells like Azzaro, Wanted. That's what I immediately thought of. So I was like, you know what? So I've got the Most Wanted EDP, and I've also got Wanted by Night. So to me, I was like smelling these and I was like, yeah, it does kind of smell like Azzaro, the Most Wanted EDP. I have the EDT version somewhere. I don't know. I couldn't find it. I feel like if you're comparing it to something like the Most Wanted by Azzaro, actually the Most Wanted is still sweeter. It's not as amber heavy. It's still sweeter. Isn't that crazy? I love the Most Wanted EDP. So good. Love this one. One of my favorite men's fragrances. And then if I were to compare it to Wanted by Night by Azzaro, actually this one's a bit lighter. It's a bit brighter and almost like clean smelling. Yeah, so probably not really comparable. I would compare it more to the Most Wanted by Azzaro. I don't have Stronger With You, unfortunately. I don't have a decant or anything. But I don't even think you need to have smelled it to appreciate this one. I love it. Smells amazing. Lovely, soft, sexy amber with a little bit of a bite from the patchouli. And it's like crazy longevity. Again. This was such an unexpected. And this is one I just was like, whatever, I'm buying something else. I need free shipping. I'm just going to chuck this in the bag because it was $29 for a 30 ml bottle, which that is below the threshold for a blind buy for me. So I'm happy to just throw it in my bag. Was not disappointed. Your Touch for Men by Maison Alhambra. I love this one. Very good. Very impressed with that one. Okay, and then let's do one more dupe. I do have these samples of Imperiale, so Club de Nuit Imperiale by Armaf and Delina Exclusif by Parfums de Marly, and I want to compare these. These I have not smelled. These are decants. I know exactly where they came from. These bottles are not brand new. They've been opened. They've been matured. They've aged, if you will. So It's not a, you know, fresh out the box smell. This has been cooking, okay? So in this one, you've got lychee, nutmeg in the top. In the middle, you've got that rose, vanilla, musk, and peony. And in the base, you've got incense, cashmere, and cedar, some more vanilla. Now, when compared to the notes of Delina Exclusif, you've got pear, actually. So you've got pear in the top. It also has oud, which Club de Nuit does not claim to have oud in there. It also doesn't have peony, which, listen, I'm reserving judgment. I feel like I shouldn't even mention if I don't like a note, because at this point, it can vary so massively that it shouldn't even really matter. Delina Exclusif. Oh, so yummy. Such a bright candied rose. This is very candy-like. Oh my god. It's a little bit thicker and sweeter than the original Delina. I actually had not even smelled this. Ooh, this is way better than Delina. This is like way better than the original. The incense is more intense, and I feel like it goes so well with that oud. This, as the sweetness fades, it just gets like thick and sexy. This is a good like sexy, thick, candied rose. That's amazing. I love that. Oh no. How does Imperiale compare? Let's find out. Don't know why I said it like that. Okay, just wanted to make sure it wasn't empty. Empty? What do you say? I don't know. Clean? Oh, it's way more, it's like lemony. It's giving lemon cleaner a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. At least off the top. It's a bit screechy. Is it the nutmeg that makes it like, it's more of a tang at the top. It's a heavier citrus component. And you don't get that oud, so you don't get that depth and that thickness that you get from Delina Exclusif. I don't know. It's not bad. The musk is not, I don't know about the musk in this. No, you know what? The musk, I don't like the musk in it. It feels like it's gonna give me a headache. No. Yeah, I feel like this is the kind of musk that is gonna like make my head hurt, unfortunately. I feel like the smell is actually not too bad. To me, does not well enough replicate what I love about Delina Exclusif, which is that thick, candied, sweet rose sweetness with that smoke in there, that sultry smoke and incense. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's giving that. It's definitely not giving that. And for some of the prices that I've seen for Club de Nuit Imperiale, insane. Like in Australia, they're like $100. You need to touch grass, okay? And now, especially after smelling it, listen, it's not bad, but it doesn't well enough replicate Exclusif for me. I don't know. Like them both. Just different, I suppose. But if you're sensitive to musks like me, maybe avoid this one, because I felt that one giving me headache a little bit. It could have also been the peony though, too. Could have been the peony. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Listen, we still don't have heating in the house. I do wonder if that's contributing to my like seemingly never-ending cold that I'm getting. I'm not even gonna say it. It doesn't even matter. Like, who cares, honestly? Should I give you guys a preview of my next video? Okay, if you guys want a preview of my next video will actually be on Niche Emirati. I've got 9 of their scents. I'm super stoked. I've actually never smelled any of their fragrances, so it'll be my very first time. If you guys are interested in seeing that, definitely subscribe. Thank you guys so much. Sorry about my sickies again, but hopefully we're back for reals this time. Okay, bye.